Hey guys, it's Akasha again, and I just wanted to just come in. I'm feeling really, really amazing today. Grateful to be in this space, rolling around in my little yoga ball. Went for the most incredible long walk. My body is just asking me to move, 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 and I've been checking in, and others have been checking in with me, and I just wanted to share what's been coming through for me, and acknowledge you in your journey and welcome you for joining me, and offer you this option to share your experience of what it's like for you. How do you take care of your body? What is coming up for you? Are you noticing? What kind of things are you noticing happening with you? And I come to you to share my experience as an opportunity to record it, and hopefully something that maybe is coming up for me might inspire something within you, or even trigger something for you to face that maybe now you might be ready to, right? And however I can offer my love and support and encouragement for you to continue to be all that you are, and find the joy and the gift in your experience, your conscious experience of self. I'm all for it. The better we feel, the better everything else feels. How we treat ourselves has a huge impact on all those around us in our spheres of influence, as these energy beings that we are, having this incredible experience in this beautiful avatar body we get to inhabit while we're here, right? So if you've found me, welcome. If you've been following me, wow, you are so fucking awesome. I love you. And hey, if what I'm sharing, resonates with you, then I'm just super excited that we're raising the frequency here together. So welcome, and thank you for being here. And so I want to address a couple of things that have been coming up into my awareness, and one of them is, it seems as though I am in this space where I am being pushed, stretched, asked to step out of my comfort zone, asked to deal with stuff, old stuff, even past life stuff, even kind of big stuff. And I've noticed how my body is reacting. Like for me, there's been a lot of sacral stuff happening around the hips, and foundational stuff happening around the knees, and control stuff happening around the shoulders and neck, and guidance stuff, and some fear stuff, and some love stuff that just is the juice that keeps me going. It's all about love. It really is, right? Isn't that what we're all truly seeking to experience, feel, and express ultimately at the core of everything? That unconditional love, and that ability to feel free to be who we are. And isn't it wonderful? All this light, this activity that's around us to support us. But anyway, what's coming up are some core stuff around shame, around self-worth. Am I worthy? Am I enough? Around envy and jealousy, and projections are coming up a lot. I've been really asked to acknowledge what is presenting to itself for me to look at, to see, where do I still have some healing? You know, if I'm reacting to something that comes to me in a way that's not feeling good and uplifting, then what else do I have to learn with this beautiful gift that's coming my way? For me, it's been in the form of some pretty intense contrast, and some stuff that when I first found out about it, it really hurt. It felt like a big betrayal. And as I have been sitting with this, not just sitting with it, working through it, feeling it, acknowledging it, finding it in my bodies, in my chakra bodies, in my energetic bodies, you know, these beautiful layers of self that I am beyond this form. It's been pretty fucking intense, I have to say, and all good. And so some of the messages that came through that I wrote down, you know, I love writing, I love journaling. If you've been following me for any amount of time, I think this is probably, I don't know, book number 3 or 4 this year, something like that. But it's a good thing to write down what your visions are, what your dreams are, what your goals are, what you would like to accomplish, how you'd like to really feel, and what you're ready to face and what you're ready to let go of. And you know, it's really good to kind of work through this, physically work through it, move your body, speak your words, sing, tone, write it down, express. You know, that's huge, being able to express what's going on with you, sitting and thinking and spinning and thinking and drinking and whatever you do, right? And watching, you know, the device and all that kind of stuff really is taking you away from this golden opportunity of realizing yourself. So today, let me share from my handy dandy little journal club. It's fun. I love this one. It says, when you saw only one set of footprints, then it was then I that carried you, or something. Anyway, so that's just kind of cool. I'm getting myself distracted. Okay, back to my journal, which is why I'm here. So I wrote this morning as I was just kind of processing some stuff here. What I wrote is, the messages are clear. Step out of your comfort zone. Take risks. The rewards shall be great. It is safe and good to be me. It is safe and good to be you. Trust in the process. Releasing the old role and embracing the new. The role of not being enough. That's the old role, the old program, right? The old programmer role of being rejected or persecuted, right? Letting go of that. This is the reprogramming we're in the midst of doing here. Relax and surrender to the flow. Trust in yourself and what you're receiving. Perhaps you'll be pleasantly surprised. That's been big for me because I started channeling over the last few years, meaning making weird noises and speaking a language that felt familiar but didn't make logical sense. And I began to realize, wow, I'm recalibrating myself through what I'm speaking. Wow, you know, and the more different frequencies and what's coming through, as sometimes I'm a trance channel, sometimes I'm channeling, sometimes I'm now, it's becoming more common for the deceased relatives of others, to the ancestors of others, to come through when I'm in ceremony or working with a client, or even it happened during a recent training and workshop I took. These things are happening, and so not doubting myself, stopping that self-judgment is really key for me. recognizing what's coming through. I can trust this is my intuitive self, this is my higher self, these are my guides, these are beings that are wanting to communicate to me, through me, for me, and often for others. So it's okay for me to trust in what I'm receiving. It feels good, it feels right, it feels true. It comes so fast sometimes that I'm asking questions as it's happening, to allow myself to find more clarity with it. So trust what you're receiving when it's coming from your heart, your intuition, what feels like this higher aspect of self, when it feels like, wow, was that me? Okay, trust in those ones. Trust when your gut is saying, don't go there, don't pick up that call right now, or ooh, do you really want to say that, or even, do I want to eat this, or what does my body really want to put inside of it? What does my body need? Okay, trusting in your intuition. Allow your body to tell you what it really needs. Chances are it doesn't need more time on the computer or sitting in the chair, right? Or a donut. Although I love sugar sometimes, I do. But honey's really awesome. Anyway, you're not a victim. That keeps coming up. Hey, we're talking about standing in our power, being this empowered being, but really what it is I'm responsible for my energy. I am responsible for my life experience. I realize that I'm not an innocent victim or child any longer who needs someone else to nurture and love me. I've learned and am still in this ever expansive process of growing. This learning just doesn't stop. Hello. I've learned how to take pretty darn good care of myself and acknowledge my feelings and listen to my body and follow my intuition and listen to my gut. And I'm getting better and better at also sharing with others, with being respectful of their energy, but also when some stuff that comes up that's like, ooh, should I really let them know that their relative just came through and said this, or should I let them know what's coming up for me? Not holding back, but bringing the message forward from my heart. Making sure it's not an ego or thing or a control thing or a fear thing. Really taking the time to check in with myself. I've learned some great tools and how to anchor. I've been tapping for a while, but I learned some new tools through this great coaching program I took recently on how to anchor the good stuff and release the stuff that's no longer serving me, and just some new great things to share with you guys at some point. Here's some more of the messages that have been coming through. Allow all the love and abundance, opportunity, and growth that you are to come through, demonstrating to yourself your own worth, the idea of you can do this. You're worthy, right? I'm worthy. I know I can do this. I realize I create my reality. I allow myself to receive. I've got big stuff here in front of me, and I must step into my new role. I'm learning how to not take things personally. I don't take things personally anymore. I really don't. I realize what's going on with you is what's going on with you. There is a connection. Maybe I've experienced it myself before, or there is a connection. Maybe that's going on with me too, or there is a connection. How can I help, right? How can I offer you a whole new way of maybe looking at something? How can I teach you how to reprogram yourself as I have learned myself, right? Okay, so I'm learning not to take things personally. I'm learning how to follow my intuition, and I allow myself to receive. That's been big. How many of us here find it hard to receive the generous gifts of others sometimes? Wow, okay. That has come up for me, and that comes back to that root chakra stuff. Am I enough? Am I worthy? Right? Is it safe? Right? Trusting, allowing myself to receive the compliment, allowing myself to receive the gift, the unexpected blessing, the divine generosity that flows from another. Let us not stop them from sharing what they wish to share, right? It could be even the gift of a new perspective on how to look at something. Like one of my dear girlfriends asked me, are you limiting yourself? That was huge. And I took a look and I thought, wow, I've been telling myself I can't move. I've got a daughter in school. Well, now my daughter's in school online. I can move. I don't have enough money. Well, when I came in here, I didn't have to come up with more than rent. I offered more. At that time I had more, but wow, the last home I lived in for almost 10 years, the landlord was asking a certain amount and came down a little bit lower, and it fit right in my budget. And everything always seems to work out in my highest and best good when I allow myself to consider the unlimited possibilities. Okay, so maybe I made a mistake, or maybe I didn't get my way, or over something, or whatever it is, whatever the case would be. What are the other probabilities available for me? If one door closes, how many others, how many dozens, infinite others are opening? It is a great blessing when a door is closing for me. It shows me I'm ready to open up more. I'm opening up more and more, right? So I'm really getting how important it is for me to allow myself to receive. I'm looking for a home. I'm open to infinite potentiality and probability. I'd love to collaborate more with others. I wish to be able to see clients where I live. And that has recently changed for me. I am adjusting. I'm opening up to other avenues of supporting myself and my family. I'm opening up to the universe surprising me. I'm releasing my expectations of maybe how I think it ought to go, and I'm widening and expanding my vision. 360 degrees. It's wonderful. Another thing I was taught to expand and into the peripheral vision, right? So I'm following my own intuition. I allow myself to receive, and I give generously. I do not cut myself off by holding back. I give. I'm making myself available. I am available. All right. I recognize what a blessing and a divine honor it is to give generously from my heart, and to hold space and be present with and for another. And if I have something, I give it. And so, yes, it's all good. So there's nothing. Here's another thing that came up, because I noticed, I've been releasing this lifetime pattern of judging myself. What the fuck? Really? I can acknowledge where it would benefit me to grow or let go of a habit or what have you. But for me to judge myself critically, what good is there in that? I'm learning and experiencing, feeling unconditional love and compassion for myself. So I realize there's nothing wrong with me. I do not wish to be the same or like anyone else, right? I wish to be me. And being me is all right, all good, right? Being you is all good. It's divine. It's what you came here to express and experience, all of you. What have you ever always wanted to do? Go do it. Write it down, plan it out, all these things. Make your bucket list, right? And so when I feel like taking myself to the hot springs or for a long walk or for a bath, or if I feel like dancing and singing and toning and opening up my mesa and getting in ceremony, opening up sacred space and calling in my ancestors, helpers, and guides, I do. I am allowing myself to be all that I am, and I am here to encourage you to do that for you. When we hear those stories of people that are on their deathbed and they're asked the question, what do you regret? When they're asked, what did you love and enjoy about your life, and what were your regrets? The regrets were always the things they didn't say. They were always the things they didn't do. So, fly that kite, say that thing, climb that mountain, jump out of that plane, plant that garden, hug that child, get in touch with that friend, heal that wound, face that fear. It's so worth it. So, as we transcend our old roles, stepping into the new, I'm evolving, you're evolving. I thank me, I thank you. I recognize myself as a teacher, as a healer, as a way shower. I show by my example, but I'm not sharing anything I haven't lived through myself, anything I haven't done myself, right? I've read thousands of books, and I've also experienced a lot of things myself, right? I'm a helper. I really can hold a beautiful space for you. It is one of my favorite things to do, is hold that space for you to discover you, for you to find your own truth and your ability to heal what you feel needs to be healed, to soothe what you feel needs to be soothed, and to learn how to love you. So I recognize I have magic within me, as do you. I see the magic in each and every one of you. Everyone who calls me, all those people I meet, those beautiful beings, even I just pass on the street. Everyone, the children that play, those that are like walking their dogs as I'm on the canal walking myself. You're all so beautiful. Even those of you that look at me funny, like, who is that? Who does she think she is? I fucking love you. I see who you really are through your pretend, through your control, whatever it is, through your mask. Isn't it interesting that we've all been asked to separate from each other, to stand apart and mask ourselves? Isn't that interesting? So I don't know about you, but in these last year, so much has been revealed about me to myself, and it's been good. So I'm learning how to be courageously me, and I encourage you to do the same for you. I'm learning how, and I know how to own my own stuff. You know, I'm not perfect. I'll probably project shit onto others again at some point. If I'm like out of my element, whenever I'm really tired or hungry or whatever, or, you know, some trigger stuff still comes up. God, don't talk about politics. Let's just not go there, right? Let's not talk about, you know, control systems and religion. Oh, it's just not good, you know. So I have, you know, my moments where I still can be judgy pants, and I now am learning discernment. I know about discernment. I know what's good for me. All right. And I value myself now. And I value the experience that I'm having. And I love being available and enjoying this, sharing this experience with others. So I encourage you to free yourself from your own bondage and tap into what it is you really want in this life experience, and how can you do little things to honor you, to take good care of you. You know, learning how to breathe. I'm hoping you're all meditating and working with breath and moving your body. But if you're not, I encourage you to consider the little things that you can do each and every day. And you know what? When you need a break and when you need a rest, listen, please listen. This is big work we're doing. It's no joke, no shit stuff right now, okay? And for those that aren't capable of or aware of even what's happening on an energetic and on a spiritual level, on a multi-dimensional level, they're going to struggle, and it's okay. They're right on track. They're right on track in their own experience. It's not any of my business, not any of our business to micromanage anyone else's experience here. And I honor you wherever you're at. Whether I perceive you as being way far ahead of me, you're still my equal, right? Or whether I see you struggling, you know, on the streets maybe, you're still my equal, just as loved, honored, and cherished as I am. And here, reminding me that you're a part of me too. There really is nothing outside of you, nothing outside of me, you know. Ultimately, in the quantum experience that we're all somehow perceiving at this level. And I love it that I've been able to achieve and maintain higher and higher and higher levels of my self-awareness. It's been beyond the magical carpet ride, okay? So thank you for sharing this rather lengthy, long moment with me. I will attempt to keep my videos short because I understand we don't have much more of an attention span past about 20 or 25 minutes. So I think I blew it today, but I love you so much. I hope you're taking super good care of yourself. Oh, I need to drink more. Chaga, good stuff. And if your water doesn't look something like this, or green, or just filled with some good stuff in it, I don't know if you're doing it right. Anyway, fresh mineral spring water is really the best. It's living water. It's incredibly high vibrational. You can manifest with water. Hello. Dr. Emoto, look him up. I love you guys. Thanks for spending a minute with me. Take really good, sweet, generous, loving care of yourselves. Get outside of your comfort zone. Believe in yourself. Make your lists. And go after your own vision. You deserve it. Be the dream. Live the dream. I love you lots. Hatun Munai. Namaste. In love and light. I'll get this energy in now. Aho.